Sunderland versus Arsenal this Saturday is going to be an emotional roller coaster for me because of Sunderland's new captain, Granit Xhaka. He was one of the most respected players, in my opinion. For me, he is one of those players when Arsenal were going through the dark times, he was the one that held us solid, strong. He used to give 100% every game. Now, the Arsenal fans did not appreciate him when we had him, let's be honest, until we kicked off and he raised a lot of hackles. And he decided to leave in the end because despite regaining his reputation, I think he had PTSD. The disrespect was too much, was getting threats. You know, the Arsenal fan base can be very aggravating. You need to be strong. But Granit Xhaka did what he did. He left. He went to Germany. Now he is back in the Premier League playing for Sunderland. And this weekend, Arsenal are going to be going to his new ground and seeing what he can do. I really miss him in our team. I think he could have done a solid job for us. So let's go into the predictions for the rest of the Premier League wins. I'm going to start on this game, Sunderland versus Arsenal. I think Arsenal should be winning this match regardless of Sunderland's revived mojo. We should be winning this. It doesn't have to be very comfortable. And it's not going to be very comfortable. They've got Granit Xhaka in there and they've been playing really well. They're not messing around. They're really doing well on that league table. And yeah, it's a team to respect right now, but Arsenal are even better. We have built a reputation over the last few games of not conceding goals easily or at all. We've gone 8 games unbeaten. Unbeaten. We've conceded 3 goals in the last 12. We've conceded maybe 4 shots on target in as many games. So literally, we are a formidable defensive side. But attacking wise as well, we are holding our own. The reason we probably are being seen as very defensive and not conceding a lot, if somebody not thinking too much might think it's because we're very defensive. No, we actually have a lot of chances in the opposition side, but we are getting the corners and the free kicks because we're very offensive. We are being fouled. Last ditch challenges from the opposition, making us get all these opportunities. We are not always scoring from every corner we take, but if you're going to give it to any team 7-10 corners a game, one of them will go into the back of the net, and that is what is happening. So let's have a look at the possible lineups for this Saturday matchup in Sunderland. Stadium of Light. So of course we obviously expect Raya to be in goal, the back four of Calafiori, Magalhaes, Gabriel. I don't know, I always call him Magalhaes, but Gabriel, William Saliba, Juri and Timber. Midfield, we should expect Declan Rice, Christian Norgard. He played amazingly, I think, in Slavia Prague. He played really well. He held his own. There was enough control there. Zubimendi, I didn't miss at all. Mikel Merino was playing he was our centre forward. So Mikel Merino might slot into that midfield role, but he could either probably end up going and being our centre forward because Eze can play, in that midfield role, take on that number 10 role and play. Leandro Trossard on the left, Saka on the right. And yeah, definitely, I reckon Merino will go up there. We have some great news that Gabriel Jesus is back training with the main team. That is amazing, but he shouldn't be ready to go out and get a run out. I don't think he is ready for that just yet. But we have got an extensive list of injuries for our offensive players. Thank goodness Mikel Arteta discovered a secret key in Mikel Merino, who was scouted by some morons, in my opinion. He could easily be a centre forward. His instinct for goal is exceptional. Right. So that is probably how I expect our first lineup to be. I reckon we'll have Trossard on the left, Eze playing in that 10 role, Merino up front as our number 9, Saka on as our number 7. That should work for me. And then let's have a little look at the Sunderland possible lineups. So Sunderland, let's see. Up front, they've got Isidore. I saw him have a few chances in the last game. Yeah, he looked okay. Not a well beater, but It's all about the team. Granit Xhaka will be holding that midfield down. He can do both. He can be a defensive midfielder. He can create as well. Chances going forward. He's awesome. Traore, Noah Sadiki, Enzo, Lefay, Hume, Michele, Ballard, Jetrida, Mandava, and Ruth in goal. So that is a possible lineup. I think my prediction is Arsenal are going to be beating Sunderland. Conceding a goal, I am not sure, but yeah, go for a 2-0 win. An away win, 2-0, should be quite comfortable. It's a late kickoff as well on the Saturday, or mid-evening kickoff, 5:30 my time. So yeah, it's looking good. Let's have a look at the other games that are happening on Saturday in the Premier League. Early kickoff is going to be Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester United. Now, let's see head-to-head, because these ones, they are very emotional. You know, like they're teams like Manchester United. It doesn't matter how rubbish they are. Everyone wants to beat them. It doesn't matter. This is a chance for Tottenham to come out and beat them. The last time, last season, let's have a look. Last season, Tottenham Hotspur beat Manchester United in the final of the Europa League. And then in the Premier League, it was home and away. Spurs beat Man U home and away, 1-0 in Tottenham, and then they won 3-0 at Old Trafford. White Hart Lane. And then the EFL Cup, they played each other so much last season. EFL Cup, Spurs beat them again. So they beat them 4 games in a row. Previous to that, draw, Tottenham. Yeah, all right then. So I've seen a pattern. Tottenham have got a new manager. They've got some new players, pretty decent. Kudus should play. Let's have a quick look, very quick look on their lineup, because I can't be talking for too long today. So Vicario, Pedro Porro for Tottenham, Romero, Van der Ven, Udogie possibly as a back 4. Now, Thomas Frank likes this holding midfield duo of Bentancur and Paulinho. Not sure how effective they have been in certain games. But yeah, let's see. Brennan Johnson scored in the Europa League against, who were they playing? Was it Copenhagen? I think he scored there. Pape Sarr, love this guy. One of their best players. I love him. He's like effective. Xavi Simon hasn't been as effective, and everyone's whining about him at the Tottenham Stadium. So I say start him. And then Kolo Muane disappointed me the last few games. I think he scored in Europe, I'm not sure, but in the previous Premier League game, I wasn't so impressed with him. He wasn't being very effective. Let's have a quick look at the Manchester United side that might line up. So I've still got that back 3 from Ruben Amorim. So Lemons in goal, Luke Shaw, who has been immense. In my opinion, Luke Shaw has been fantastic for Manchester United. Delete, Euro possibly starting. Delors, he loves Delors. Man U fans do not love Delors. He is not solid, is he? But there's something in there. I don't know. Ruben Amorim, he does things his own way, I'm sure, but he's very stubborn, probably why he's managed to get this job. Let's see what he does with it. Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, I reckon, like when Casemiro is playing, despite him having his own weaknesses, I think the forward line are a bit braver because they know they've got that cover. He's also good with set pieces. He scored against Liverpool from is it Liverpool they played where he scored from a Forest? Yeah, Nottingham Forest. He scored against Nottingham Forest. He scored a header from a set piece. So yeah, putting him in there, you've got that sort of like holding defensive possibility as well as threats from the header. He's got great movement. This guy used to play for Real Madrid. You know what I mean? There's something there. He used to play for... Anyway. So yeah, Casemiro in there. Amad Diallo, the most exciting player they've got on the pitch. He provides threat, agility, excitement for them. They've got a lot of problems. But when you've got a player like Amad Diallo, you are at least you've got a chance of creating. Now, the revelations this season for Manchester United, these two players have clicked. They work hard. They provide all sorts of possibilities. It is Mbeumo and Cunha. They are offensive players. Mbeumo, strong, powerful, can drive, can dribble. Cunha, the same. Well, without the driving probably, but he is fast, man. He is fast. Benjamin Šeško, can't say his name, may start. Mason Mount, another player who is really good. He can go in there. Sesko will probably start because they need to start getting him used to the way they play. But yeah, he could literally easily start. But I reckon when they play with Mason Mount on that wing, it will definitely work. It can work as well. So they've got the option of Mason Mount being in there. But Matthias Cunha, for me, is probably working a lot better with Brian Mbeumo. But they've got that option off the bench as well. So it is absolutely possible. My prediction is going to be a draw, 2-2. Let's go for a 2-2 exciting draw in this match. Early kickoff on Saturday. I hope I can watch that. I should be able to. Let's have a look at the other games. So 3 o'clock kickoffs. We've got 2. Fulham versus Everton versus Fulham. I'm going to go for an Everton. I'm going to go for a Fulham win. Fulham are really good. Honestly, Fulham are really good. They've got Iwobi. They've got Iwobi in there in that midfield who holds things down. I think Fulham have had a bit of an issue recently winning, playing well. Their stats are not absolutely top notch. Everton are favourites in this game from the bookies, but I wouldn't be shocked to see, let's see head to head, I wouldn't be shocked to see Fulham come back because they're due a win. But Fulham traditionally, the last season they struggled. They lost 3-1 to Everton and then drew in the previous game, which was, away. So yeah, let's see. I'm going for a draw in this one as well. So many draws at 3 o'clock. And then West Ham versus Burnley. Wow. West Ham with their new manager, Nuno Espirito Santos. Santos, is that his name? Nuno Espirito Santo. He is... They fumbled, didn't they, Nottingham Forest? They went and basically they just did something really stupid. Got rid of a manager who is very well respected. And, they've sort of recovered and have, got a steadying hand in Sean Dyche. But West Ham, I think, might be on the way to a recovery. West Ham, let's see, they beat Newcastle United 3-1. That game was crazy. I watched it and they did really well. They've got everything, West Ham. That their team is steady. When I look at the West Ham team, I look at it from the way they're structured. Even Chelsea is similar, where the players are pretty steady players with a little bit of excitement. You've got this Somerville who just tries shots from anywhere. Very exciting player. So Paqueta as well. Paqueta is honestly very creative player. I love him. So they've got a very steady team, and they should be doing a lot better. With this manager, they need to chill out and let him do his thing. And I think they are going to probably recover and stay in the Premier League because they're doing all right. Scott Parker's Burnley lost to Arsenal 2-0 the other day. Scott Parker was a bit too complimentary to Arteta. Sometimes I know you have to appreciate when your opponent is really good, but I think he probably knows it too well. You need to be a bit of a hater to be very successful. But I've got a feeling he's going to learn how to be a hater in due course. So in that team, let's have a look to see if there's anyone exciting for me. Ugochukwu, I wasn't impressed with versus Arsenal. He was all right. He's going to be going to this CAF playoffs with Nigeria, I think. So yeah. He wasn't great. Cullen, I remember watching, it was good. Kyle Walker will give them a lot of experience in that position, but this app I'm using reckons they're playing a back five. I think they've just got all the defenders in who put them in that position. But you've got Walker, Lauren, Townsebe, Esteve, Hartman, Anthony in midfield with Ogochukwu, Luis Florentino, Josh Cullen, and then Zane Fleming, Xian, anyway, Fleming up front. I am going to go for a West Ham win here. I'm going to go for a West Ham win. I think Espirito Santo is going to try and get that win for them. It's at home. 3:00 kickoffs are never predictable for me. But yeah, I'm definitely going to go for that. I think they'll be the stronger team that day. They have found a little bit of momentum. Now, in the last game of the day on Saturday is Chelsea versus Wolves. Chelsea fluffed their lines in Europe, drew to Qarabağ. Oh, my days. Drew to Qarabağ, it was ridiculous. Chelsea, wake up. But yeah, playing Wolves, probably the worst side in the Premier League. So if they lose or draw to these, then they're beyond redemption. I'm going for a Chelsea win regardless, because no team is that bad. Let's be honest. Right, so that is the games for Saturday. Thank you so much for joining me. Please let me know what you think about those predictions. Put your predictions as well in the comments if you have got this far. Now, let's have a look at the fixtures for Sunday in the Premier League. Now, these fixtures are just before the international break. The international break is coming at just the exact right time for me. So, Aston Villa, 2:00. We've got quite a few 2:00 games. We've got 3 so far. Brentford, wait a minute. I saw Aston Villa here. Aston Villa will be entertaining Bournemouth. Aston Villa beat Maccabi Tel Aviv or whatever they're called in Europe. So it was a good win. A lot of controversy around the club politically and whatever, but yeah, I am going to go. Bournemouth are not to be played with, my friends. They don't play these guys. When they come to play, you're going to know about it. And they're very, 2-1. Aston Villa favorites in this. So 2-1, Aston Villa. Brentford, Newcastle, I'm going for a draw because Brentford, strong team again. They gave Liverpool a hard time. They gave Man U a hard time. They give everyone a hard time. Newcastle just played in midweek. They might be tired. Yeah, good team, but they lost to West Ham. The competition in the Premier League is crazy. It's every team. They're so close in quality. So I'm going to go for either a draw or a Brentford win. Newcastle away from home won't be easy. Crystal Palace Brighton is going to be a very good game to watch. Crystal Palace play exciting football. Brighton play exciting football. Danny Welbeck has been scoring for fun as well. Let's see what happens. But I am going to go for a Palace win. Palace won as well in that Conference League. AZ Alkmaar. They beat them 3-1. And then the last of the 2:00 kickoffs is Nottingham Forest versus Leeds United. I am going for a Nottingham Forest win. They're at home. Leeds United, let's have a look. I mean, they've got a good chance. It could be a draw, but I thought Kalimwendo did okay for Nottingham Forest. Actually, they didn't win. They drew 0-0. They drew 0-0. It was a weird game. I thought, the goal that I thought they scored was cancelled. Yeah, offside or something. But yeah, you missed a penalty. Kalimwendo did pretty well. They were running around like headless chickens. Sangare wasn't great. Was making very bad decisions. Ryan Nates was pretty good. Nico Williams was pretty good. So they do have some. Makati was good. They do have some good players, I think, but they're still trying to balance things around. Sean Dyche has got a bit of a job to do here. Whereas Leeds, Calvin Lewin, Okofo, long stuff. What are the chances that Leeds might take this, They're head to head, their last few matches, they're both as bad as each other. You know, they're both as bad as each other personally, but it's going to be an exciting game because both of these two teams, they can play. Let's go for an away win just for the sake of it. Let's go for a Leeds win. I'm going to go for a Leeds win. So yeah, this is what I am thinking is happening. And then the big game for Saturday is going to be Manchester City versus Liverpool. I will do a video on it, a good, like a good separate 5-minute one on this. So please look out for it. But I am going for a Manchester City win or a draw. That is my prediction. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this content with everybody. But yeah, look out for my next video on this Sunday match between Manchester City and Liverpool because it's a big match and it means a lot in the grand scheme of things in the title run. Arsenal's motivations. We need Liverpool in mind. We need both of these teams to lose basically, but since we can't have that, we need a boring 0-0 draw and it will be perfect. Right. I'll talk to you guys very soon. Look out for my other weekend videos. Thanks a lot and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.